Hi, a little vlog from me here about some debating and some points about self-forgiveness. Now, why would we need to forgive ourselves? Why? Because of what we accept and allow to go on. Because of what we have accepted and allowed to go on throughout all history. We need to forgive ourselves individually to be able to understand what we have accepted and allowed to go on in life. And from this forgiveness, we move to an understanding of the point, of the circumstance, of the abuse, of the personality within us, of the emotion, of the fear, of the anger, of the blame. From forgiving it, from opening it up to self, to writing out the memory, writing out the trauma, we are able to see the point, let go of the energy bundles within it, let go of the conspiring energies within the trauma, within the memory, within ourselves, in our physicals, between our energetic minds and the physical body, the substance. When we forgive ourselves, we untie these buttons, these knots, these conspiracies between our energetic minds and our physical substance, the body. So that when I use self-forgiveness, I forgive the point and I sort of move within myself, inner movement from intimacy, from into me I see, a inner movement. I move to understanding of the point. I can see more, okay, I understand what drove me to accepting that kind of abuse in that moment. So, from my understanding of the point, from my overview of the point, of the circumstances, of the memory, of the personality, of the fear, of the blame, and so on. When we have an overview of the problem, of the issue, of the point, we can say, okay, now I understand that point. Now I understand that memory within me. Now I understand what drove me to have such thinking, such blameful thoughts, or that anger, that fear, that war inside me. Now I understand what drove me to think those thoughts. And then from this overview, this understanding within self, I can, okay, now I will change my patterns. Now I will change my movement, my thought, word, and action. Now I will change my thought, word, and action. Because I can understand the problem. Because I have forgiven the issue, the trauma, the fear, the anger, the blame, the war inside me. I have forgiven it within myself, to a point where I can understand it, I have an overview of it, I can see into it, I can see it with clarity. What are the details? What are the components within my psyche, within my own resonance? And from this understanding, I can move to change of my behavior, my patterns, my thoughts, my inner movement, my actions, my words, and so on, change my nature. From investigating our own trauma, our own drama inside ourselves, memories, personalities, polarities, energies, up and down, feeling up and down, positive, negative, understanding what polarity is all about, forgiving the energies, forgiving the conspiracies, forgiving the friction, forgiving the conflict, forgiving the war within self. Forgiving the war within self, understanding the war within self, and then ending the war within self. Ending the conflict, ending the friction within self. So that we can be 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 example, standing up in forgiveness, in self-responsibility, in self-honesty, self-integrity, real living examples of something, of support, of forgiveness, of realizing self beyond the energetic mind into discovery of the beingness, into discovery of the beingness of my physical, my substance, and so on. I hope this makes sense to you. I will be sure to place some links to this video that you can investigate. Investigate Destiny. Destiny has lots of cool tools waiting for you to start using: forgiveness and self-correction, understanding, self-change. Thank you and enjoy.